All right, party people, let's get it started. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and continue basically where we left off yesterday. And I did take it back just a tad bit so we can get the full thought. All right, and let's go.
He can only use the obedient ones, not those who are professing out their mouth. What the hell kind of shit is that? People can say anything. People can psych themselves out to believe great deception, which is what happened. And look at the state of the world. How is that? How does that show forth the power of the Most High upon the earth? No, when I look around at the state of humanity and the state of all the creation, I see the power of Satan that was able to go forth in full glory. Okay? I look around at the countenance of humanity when I'm out and about, when I go grocery shopping. People don't look happy. People look miserable. Therefore, the plan of Lucifer has failed miserably. But he deceived you into worshiping him. You love what he gives to you, but you want to believe that that comes from the Great Spirit. You are sadly mistaken. Because if it came from the Great Spirit, then there wouldn't be homelessness. There wouldn't be suffering. There wouldn't be misery. The poor, there wouldn't be no poor. There wouldn't be no destitute. There wouldn't be no rich if it came from the Great Spirit. It came from the wicked people. All right? Money came from the wicked. The economy came from the wicked.
Now, so we all know this, people. You already know that the Great Spirit did not establish this economic system. Okay? We've went over it many times on this channel. Alright? You know damn well the economic system was established by mortal men. Now, this is a Google search, so you know how Google is. Alright? 1 second. Why can't I get a picture of this dude? Go back. Because it wasn't just one guy. Okay. It's wicked, dude. So this is a Gentile, alright? This is a straight up heathen, alright? They call him a founding father, alright? This is a colonizer, okay? So anyway, the this did not come from the Most High, people. This came from a foreigner, alright? That established this system on indigenous land. Okay? And many people have been complacent with it. Alright? But now time is up. Okay? Time's up. Now, let's go back over here. Alright? Because I want to be closing out of some of this stuff. Alright? Our spiritual elevation requires obedience, people. Alright? There's many who want to profess out their mouth that they're servants of the Most High. But you will only know that to be true by the proof in the pudding. The truth of something must be judged based on direct experience with it. Okay? Now, this is how this is how I know what I'm doing is the truth, okay? Like what I'm doing is right, okay? And what I'm speaking to you is truth by way of the Spirit, all right? I have lived the experience of it, all right? So I know that I have been validated by the Spirit. It doesn't matter that mortal men have not validated me. I don't need validation of mortal men. Okay? The truth of something must be judged based on direct experience with it. Okay? So I know the truth. I stand firm on the truth. I am on a solid foundation. Okay? Firm foundation. All right, now, are on its results. Now, the rest of you looking in at my life, okay, those of you who come on this channel and you come across my videos, all right, you will know the truth of something based on its results. Now, look at the content on my channel. All right, if you choose to just outright disregard it and ignore it, that is your choice. Okay, however, you will not be validated by the Great Spirit in your rejection of this truth. All right, simply because you perceived me a certain way when you did not take the time to truly get to know me and or verify the information that I've been given to speak. Okay? Now, once you do your due diligence on my channel, you will see that I am a true servant of the Great Spirit, because the evidence, the results of me being his servant is on this channel. Okay? All of it is on the channel. All right? So it is up to you to do your due diligence in seeking, verifying, okay, for yourself. All right? Not going based on hearsay. All right? Not disregarding it outright on because of surface level thinking. All right, something that you may perceive because you don't truly know. Perception is not the true reality. Okay? Perception can be flawed, people. All right? So you're not going to have an excuse in rejecting this truth that I've been instructed to give to you by way of the Spirit. Okay? So the proof is in the pudding, people. It ain't about what we say. All right? Now, that look on your face when dealing with someone who profess they love Jesus, quote unquote, or Yahusha, or Yahawashai, or whatever name you feel comfortable using. All right? Now, when dealing with someone who's professing they love the Messiah, the promised anointed one, and claim they believe the Bible, yet refuse to hearken to anything that the promised anointed one instructed for us to do. Okay? Because we can find in the scriptures where he said that my sheep hear my voice and they follow. We can find him saying that they who love me keep my commandments. Okay? But these people ain't keeping no commandments, especially these Christians. All right? Now, for the most part, my family does keep the 10 Commandments. All right? But nevertheless, they're not dealing with other things in their heart. Okay, they're not dealing with selfishness and greed. All right, they're not unlearning the wisdom of this world. They're not understanding that that old serpent, the devil, deceived the whole world. Okay, they don't want to come to the realization that they have been deceived. They want to believe that they cannot be deceived. All right, this is how deep the deception goes with my family. All right, so they seriously want to believe that they're exempt from deception. Okay, and that is the deception. That is the deception at the root, that they don't believe that they can be deceived. All right, they're not taking into consideration that we were born into a whole false ass reality. All right, homelessness is not normal. This is proof in the pudding that the system isn't working. Okay? When you're demanding that everybody spend their time, energy, and effort earning money so that they can live on the earth, pay bills, pay rent, and all of these things, that will cause this. Okay? Because this did not come from the Great Spirit. The Great Spirit never required for us to earn money to live on the earth. Mortal men did that. Okay? Starvation would be non existent if the system was righteous. But clearly the system is wicked. Okay? This is evidently crystal clear that the system itself is evil. All right? Therefore, because we can see that the system is evil, we should know it did not come from the Great Spirit. Okay? All creation groans and suffers. Why is that? When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Whoso loveth wisdom rejoiceth his father. All right? Now, let's see here. Where is it at? Clearly, people, the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. Now, many people don't want to come to this realization. You don't want to come into the realization that this system and those who established it were wicked. All right? These were the descendants of colonizers and enslavers. Okay? So, because these people who established this system were the descendants of colonizers and enslavers, that's a premise of wickedness. All right? And because that's a premise of wickedness, clearly it did not come from the Great Spirit. All right? You're going to have to come to this realization, people, and with the quickness, because your time is running out. All right? Now, this is why all creation is groaning and suffering. Not because of the impoverished, Not because people are not working hard enough and earning enough money. Okay? Because if that was the case, then with all of these billionaires, the earth should not be in the state that it's in. If it was all about earning money, this dude got $304 billion. All right? He is a multi billionaire. All right? So, if the system could be fixed by everybody pining after money and making all of it, like, bruh, that I don't understand how to get you people to see. Okay, so you want to think that, well, you could become a billionaire too. All you got to do is work hard enough, and it's laziness because everybody can become a billionaire. No, bro, you are deeply deceived. Okay, you're not taking into consideration the Confederacy to keep a certain people down either. All right, you're not taking into consideration Psalms 83. All right, these people fulfilled this. All right. So, though a lot of the nations did get to partake of the pie, okay, Satan will give a piece of the pie to anybody, including the indigenous people, those of this land. Of course, they got to sell out all their morals, and they still don't get as much. They're still not billionaires, they're only millionaires. Okay? They ain't a part of the billionaire club. Okay? But nevertheless, this is the power of Satan, people. This is the plan of Lucifer. All right? So, it ain't about earning money. It ain't about laziness on the behalf of the poor. All right? If anyone is lazy, it's the rich. Okay? It's the rich who are lazy. Those who establish this system, they don't work for a living. They consider themselves as gods on the earth, creating the laws and the legislations, doing whatever the hell they want. They're not held accountable to anybody. All right, hold on. So, I'm not going to read this out loud. You guys can read this. I'm giving you a minute to read it, okay? So, you see this right here, right? Second, let's see if this is any different. Okay, yeah. That's the same thing. Alright. But I wanted you to see his picture. Okay. So you got all of these wicked ass people. Do you think that they work for a living? No, they do not. Okay? No, they do not. They basically sit back and collect revenue. Okay? So they are the lazy ones. You're calling the wrong people lazy. You're blaming the wrong people for poverty. You're blaming the wrong people for the problems of this society. 1 second. These people have pledged allegiance to the demonic realm. Okay? They are possessed by spirits of the Antichrist. They influence and control powerful millionaires, your celebrities and whatnot, slash billionaires. All right? Yes. Through blackmail, using their perversions against them. They lead the entertainment, political, financial, educational, social, digital, religious, and pharmaceutical industries. They're the producers of the New World Order, which has been in operation for centuries. Right under your nose. These people have constructed your reality, and you're not seeing them. Okay? You're not seeing these people whatsoever. All right? Instead, you're blaming the ones who shining light on their wickedness. Why? Because you're having fun. All right, where is it at? You're having fun. You're living the American dream, or you were trying to, and now you're trying like hell to get back to the American dream that is gone. It's not coming back. All right? Only way to go down, only where to go from here is down. All right, because with the system, the only where for the system to go from this point is down. Okay, the system is crumbling. All right, if it was the Titanic, it's already begun sinking. Okay, it's already begun sinking. It's already done hit the iceberg. All right, the compartments have already started to be filled up with water. All right, it's on its way down in the depths. Okay, it is sinking. It's currently sinking. All right. So, you've been turning a blind eye to these people. Okay, turning a blind eye to these people. All right, these people. Okay, these people. You're not taking into consideration that the earth was allowed into the hands of the wicked. You have been complacent with it. You have adapted to it. You've taken on the mentality of it. Okay? The mentality of wickedness. The mentality of selfishness and greed. Capitalism. Okay? Honors and glories of men. Okay? During the age of deception, many have followed after the plan of Lucifer unknowingly. It is a plan centered in selfishness. And Lucifer has great power and influence over the hearts of the children of men because this was engineered. Okay? We were born into it and we were taught it. This is the reality that we were presented as the real reality. To be a responsible adult, earn money, and be a responsible adult. Earn and save money. Be a responsible adult. And those of us who struggle doing that, we're looked at as irresponsible. Okay? We're demonized and we're ridiculed. All of our life. All my life. But all my life I seen these people and I wondered, I'm like, well, it doesn't make sense. There's something wrong with this. All my life I seen this and I was experiencing this and I wondered. So now I know that it's because when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay? So going throughout my life, you know, especially today's day, when I go to the store, most people on the bus are looking like this. Okay? I rarely see happy people. Alright? I rarely see happy people. Most people look miserable. Now, and the words, this is the sealed portion, chapter 31. And the words of the brother of Jared shall show unto the elect the way in which Satan rewardeth those who follow his plan and keep his covenants. And he rewardeth them with peace and carnal security, as it has been explained unto you previously in this record. That peace and carnal security is your money, people. Okay? You've been taught that this is what you need to sustain your life. Alright? And this is why you spend your time, energy, and effort earning and saving it. For your peace and carnal security. And all of the prophets of the Most High have seen this time when Satan shall be released by the Father and given power over his own dominions without the restrictions that were placed upon him from the beginning. Okay, so he had power over the earth. Okay, the earth was allowed to go into the hands of the wicked. Therefore, even the righteous were subjected up under the rule of Satan, okay, for a period of time. For Lucifer has complained unto the Father that the presentation of his plan and its incorporation into mortality cannot take a full effect, nor can it be given the proper chance so that the children of the Most High can make a fair choice of which plan is best and most righteous for all, if he is not allowed to give unto them some indication and example of the eternal laws that have been established for their happiness. Therefore the Father has selected a time when peace shall be taken from the earth for the last time, and Lucifer shall have power over his own dominions. Now we have been living this, people, since 1776. We've been living this, all right? And the time that the Father selected was the time of our judgment. Okay? Yes. The seed of this land, the indigenous people of this land, broke the covenant of this land, and we refused to turn from our wicked ways. My forefathers continued to shed the blood of innocent animals, not only the innocent animals, but when the prophets rose up to tell them to stop doing it because it was great wickedness, they began to stone the prophets. Okay? They began to kill the prophets. Therefore, much blood increased upon the earth, much violence, much bloodshed increased, much violence, much lust, much perversions, and all of these things amongst my forefathers. So the Great Spirit had to allow our judgment. And with our judgment, he allowed the worst of the heathen to come take our blessing, to come take possession of our lands, to take possession of our homes, our houses, all right, all of our possessions. They raped, robbed, murdered, and plundered us, okay, and it was allowed by the Great Spirit. So this is how the wicked were able to establish themselves on top. This is how they were able to even create the economic system. Okay? On our ancestral land. Okay? So you need to understand that. All right? This was allowed. The Father had selected the time of our judgment for peace to be allowed to be taken from the earth for the final time. This is our final captivity. The final captivity of the true biblical people. Okay? He allowed us into the hands of the worst of the heathen. Okay? For the last time, we are in this captivity. All right? And Lucifer has had power over this earth. Okay? Not over the heavens, but over this earth. All right? And the people upon the earth. All right? His people, the Most High's people, has been heavily oppressed by this wicked ass system that Lucifer caused to be erected on our land. All right? And at this time the plan of Lucifer shall be shown in its full effect unto the children of God, shown in its full effect unto the children of God. All right, whether they are alive in mortality or alive according to the manner of the Spirit in the dimensions of the spirit world. All right, yeah. All the children of the Most High shall witness these last days and see the plan of Lucifer in its glory. I've lived a lifetime of this. I am a living witness. I've seen the plan of Lucifer in its full glory. And after it has failed miserably, then shall every knee bow and every tongue confess that the plan of salvation which was given unto us by the Father is the only plan that is possible whereby we might have eternal peace and happiness, even that eternal joy that the Father has promised unto all of us in the beginning. And what is that plan of salvation? Divine love. To love your neighbor as you love yourself. To do for your neighbor that which you would want done for yourself. To refrain from doing to others anything you will not want done unto yourself. This is how you can have eternal peace and happiness and even that eternal joy that the Father has promised unto all of us in the beginning. And since all the prophets of the Most High have seen these latter days, and these prophets know the will of the Most High concerning them, because they have known these things, many of them have touched upon them in their writings, which are contained in the Holy Scriptures that are upon the earth in the latter days. All right. But these things are written in symbolism and allegory. Your Christian church teaches everything as literal. Okay. So you think is a literal mark of the beast. It's not literal, people. The mark of the beast is dealing with the economy and your mentality, your heart condition. Whether or not you can still operate in divine love, or whether you will be selfish and puffed up in your pride and your arrogance. Okay? And he who shall be the bearer of Christ, even he who shall bring forth the sealed portion of this record unto the world, shall have the power to discern all the symbolism and the allegories that have been given unto the children of men by the prophets of old, and those things that are not revealed in a portion of this record that is sealed shall be revealed through him, and by the power of the Spirit he shall discern all things which have been written. Okay? Now, I've been given this discernment by way of the Spirit, and I've been breaking these things down for you little bit by little bit. Okay? So, people, you're going to have to unlearn the wisdom of this world. All right? I used to wonder why the world didn't accept me, why I was unable to mix in. But then he spoke to my spirit in John 15:19. If you were of the world will love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Now it makes perfect sense. You know? My heart was different. So know that the Most High has set apart him that is godly, has a pure heart. Okay? That's what this is meaning. That's what this is meaning. Him that is godly. Godly is pure of heart. Okay? A heart set apart. All right? A heart that's not after money or materialistic possessions. All right? Those of us that naturally did not have a heart after money, we were set apart by him. Okay? We were set apart by him for his purpose. Okay? I have been set apart and chosen for his purpose, not Lucifer's purpose. Okay? No, I don't follow the ways of this world. I don't follow the plan of Lucifer. Okay? I'm set apart and chosen of my Father. Okay? So, I never had a heart after money. Let me verify that in the scripture. Let me show you a confirmation. All right? When I read it in the scripture, I was floored. This is in Enoch 105. All right, the book of Enoch, chapter 105. All right, to those who from the period of their birth have not been covetous of earthly riches, meaning we don't have a heart after money and materialistic things. Our heart is not set upon the things of this world. Okay? We have a different type of heart. All right? And those of us who naturally are this, okay? This is in the scripture. This is in the book of Enoch. Let me go there and show you. All right? You think I'm making this up? Like, bruh. I did not write this, okay? Hold on. What? 24. Okay. Let's go up a little bit. Wow. So I don't want to spend too much time on this, people, but verse 22. Then I inquired of one of the holy angels who was with me and said, what is this splendid object? For it is not heaven, but a flame of fire alone which blazes, and in it there is the clamor of exclamation of woe and of great suffering. He said, there into that place which thou beholdest shall be thrust the spirits of sinners and blasphemers, of those who shall do evil, and who shall pervert all which the Most High has spoken by the mouth of the prophets, all which they ought to do. Now you know we ought to love one another the way we love ourselves. But many people are not doing that. Many people are stepping on their neighbor in order for them to have a better life. You know, you in order for some, this is the mentality of people. I'm gonna step on you so that I can get up. All right, this is the mentality of people today. All right, and you're disregarding the eternal law of divine love. For respecting these things, there shall be writings and impressions above in heaven, that the angels may read them and know what shall happen both to the sinners and to the spirits of the humble, to those who have suffered in their bodies, but have been rewarded by the Most High, who have been injuriously treated by wicked men, who have loved the Most High, who have been attached neither to gold nor silver, nor to any materialistic thing in this world, okay? All right? That's considered good things in this world, okay? Materialistic, physical things in this world. And, you know, even the good things, we don't sell out, you know, because money can be seen as a good thing when you need it to sustain your damn life, when you need it to be able to eat, okay? So they established that as a good thing, all right? You know, so, bruh, our heart is not attached to this, but have given their bodies to torment. This is my life. Okay? I have lost my life for the sake of this true gospel. Therefore, I have given my body to torment. Okay? And I have been tormented physically. Alright? Because people have been evil towards me. People have shut up their bowels of compassion from me. All because I do not bow down and worship the God of money. Okay? To those who from the period of their birth have not been covetous of earthly riches, but have regarded themselves as a breath passing away. Such has been our conduct, and much has the Most High, well, not the Most High has not been trying us, but much has the world tried us. Okay? And our spirits have been found pure. Our hearts have been found pure. Our conscience has been found pure, that we might bless his name. All of our blessings has been related in a book. And we are going to be rewarded. These books. For they have been found to love heaven with an everlasting aspiration. The Most High has said, while we have been trodden down by wicked men, we have heard from them revilings, and blasphemies, and have been ignominiously treated while we were blessing him. Now, here very soon, the whole world is going to see that he's going to call the spirits of the good from the generation of light, the children of light. We are the generation that was spoken of to awaken in the land of our captivity. We're the ones that he is utilizing. And he will change those who have been born in darkness, who have not in our bodies been recompensed with glory, as our faith may have merited. All my life I wondered why I'm not loved. I have the biggest heart. But people have been straight evil towards me. It did not make sense at all in the least bit. Right? And the gaslighting is real, bro. I gotta flow with what's upon my spirit. And you see how my Facebook is crickets. Alright, I gotta make sure this is not gonna overload on me.
And he'll communicate to you, and they don't like that. They get offended at you choosing God's way and his will and the protection he's offered you through discernment in his word. They get offended at that, y'all. They're offended at you wanting to live a peaceful, protected, and holy life. Think about that. Really let it marinate and understand the levels of evil. How are you offended that you can't abuse somebody? You're offended because you can't lie and cheat on somebody? You're offended because you can't stalk and harass somebody? You're offended because why? It don't make sense. It don't make sense. How are you mad that somebody's not wanting to be abused? You're mad because, it's not you, it's the demon. This is what the word of God talks about with children of Satan. And he'll communicate to you.
Now, this is the whole deal with this. People have been evil towards me because I don't want to be used by this evil ass system to line the pockets of billionaires. So they literally want to be mad at me and shut up their bowels of compassion from me, ridicule me, and treat me as if I'm the problem. Treat me as if, I'm evil. They're treating me as if I'm the evil one. All right? Acting like they got a right to be evil. They got a right to shut up their bowels of compassion. Now, don't get me wrong. You do got free agency. You do got every right to be selfish. All right? You do got every right to do you. Okay? That is your free agency, but don't think that you're not going to pay for that. Don't think that you're not going to answer for that. Okay? Cuz you are going to be held accountable for how you have mistreated his people that are being obedient. Let's listen to this again.
And they don't like that. They get offended at you choosing God's way and his will and the protection he's offered you through discernment in his word. They get offended at that, y'all. They're offended at you wanting to live a peaceful, protected, and holy life. Think about that. Really let it marinate and understand the levels of evil. How are you offended that you can't abuse somebody? You're offended because you can't lie and cheat on somebody? You're offended because you can't stalk and harass somebody? You're offended because why? It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
Don't make sense, bro.
How are you mad that somebody's not wanting to be abused? You're mad because, oh, it's not you, it's the demon. Oh, this is what the word of God talks about with children of Satan.
Exactly. Children of Satan. Okay? So this is the separation of the wheat and tares. All right? You want to be complacent with this evil ass system that's been erected by the wicked? All right? That's your choice. Take your stance on the side of the goats. But quit pretending that you're one of his sheep. Because you're not one of his sheep. Okay? You have taken your stance with the wicked. You refuse to show love. You refuse to show any kind of compassion, kindness, mercy, empathy, any of that. Instead, you hold on to selfishness and greed. Therefore, you are a goat. You're not his sheep. Okay? And it's going to be evidently crystal clear. All right? And this also, my brother speaking facts, my brother speaking the truth. All right? You know, how is it that many of you evangelical Christians want to call us racist? How is it that you want to call the indigenous people of these lands, who you want to label as black and or African American, how is it that because we're speaking the truth about who we really are, where our lands really are, our real history, what really happened in real history, speaking about the European history over in these lands, how is it that you're offended at us? How is it that you're offended that we don't want to be oppressed by you?
And he'll communicate to you, and they don't like that. They get offended at you choosing God's way and his will and the protection he's offered you through discernment in his word. They get offended at that, y'all. They're offended at you wanting to live a peaceful, protected, and holy life. Think about that. Really let it marinate and understand the levels of evil. How are you offended that you can't abuse somebody? You're offended because you can't lie and cheat on somebody? You're offended because you can't stalk and harass somebody? You're offended because why? It don't make sense. It don't make sense. How are you mad that somebody's not wanting to be abused? You're mad because, oh, it's not you, it's the demon.
Yep.
Oh, this is what the word of God talks about with children of Satan.
All right? Children of Satan have no empathy. Children of Satan have no compassion. Children of Satan have no divine love in their heart whatsoever. Okay? But understand, he is going to bring us into the splendid light of those who love his holy name. And he is going to place each of us on a throne of glory, a glory peculiarly our own, okay? And we will be at rest during unnumbered periods Righteous is the judgment of the Most High. So when this begin to happen, don't be surprised. Okay? For to the faithful shall he give faith in the habitations of uprightness. They shall see those who having been born in darkness unto darkness shall be cast, while the righteous shall be at rest. Sinners shall cry out, beholding us, while we exist in splendor. See, all my life, I'm a living witness. And all my life, I've been watching, I've been beholding the nations living in splendor. Predominantly the Europeans and those that set themselves up in authority. Okay? I've been watching them live lavishly. Just go back and watch some movies, people. Because they put this in the movies. I watched a movie last night. This was my second time watching it within the past year or so. The name of the movie was entitled Pride. Okay, name of the movie is entitled Pride, and it is about a quote unquote black swim team. Okay, now they show you on this movie how the Europeans live versus how we live. Okay, they make it evidently crystal clear in the movies. But in this false ass reality, they want to act like we're all the same. All right, so quick. Many of you are so quick to, say, well, you and your family come from poverty. Okay, but does that make it the majority of Europeans? No, it doesn't. Okay, just because a handful of our people are quote unquote successful, that don't mean a hill of beans when it comes to the real reality of the circumstances of my people. Okay? It does not change the fact that this system was established by Europeans who invaded these lands. Okay? They established this on our ancestral land. So this is why I was beholding the Europeans existing in splendor. This is why I lived in poverty. This is why I lived a life of being a peasant. Okay, looked at as a peasant. Okay? Looked at as like I don't have a real heritage. Like my heritage is nothing but slavery. This is what I was taught. This is what we were all taught. So you want to hold to the ideology that Europeans brought civilization. No, sir, no, ma'am. I am sorry to be the one to tell you, no, they did not bring civilization, they destroyed it. Okay, your people destroyed great civilization. This is not hate speech. This is the absolute truth. Okay, so all my life I did not know this, but yet I was beholding you people as a whole existing in splendor. So now it's going to be a change. This is biblical prophecy. You're going to begin to see us existing in splendor. And it's going to be for righteousness' sake, not out of wickedness, such as what the Europeans did. Now, this is not to put you guys as a whole to say that you are all wicked or that you are all evil. No, it's not. But you need to understand your people established the system. Your people wrote the laws and the legislations. Your people have done many heinous things to me and my people. And until you're willing to face this truth, you will remain in utter ignorance. And then you will perish. Okay? Now, we are in a paradigm shift, people, because we have been living in a paradigm. The Great Spirit allowed this false as reality for a certain amount of time. We are to speak this word to you to give you a divine opportunity to humble yourself, repent for the sins of your forefathers, repent for your own iniquity and your own ignorance, your pride, your arrogance. All of these things you must repent for. Okay? And begin to walk in love. Begin to show love unto his vine. Become a righteous am. Sow out of your abundance. It ain't gonna hurt you to go into your bank account where you get hundreds of thousands of dollars. No one is telling you that you need to take food out of your baby's mouth to give it unto us. No, the Most High wants you to take of your abundance and fill us where we are lacking. Okay? Take of your abundance, people. You have to show with your actions that you love us. Okay? You must show with your actions. So if you have hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank account, then you don't love us. If you shut up your bowels of compassion when you know that we are impoverished, and you know the reason why we have been impoverished. You don't truly serve our Father. Okay? You are a charlatan. You are a pretender. You are a liar. Okay? For you love money. And your reasoning for not wanting to go in your bank account where you get hundreds of thousands of dollars to take of your abundance and sow it unto us, your reasoning is that the more money you have in your bank account, the more interest you earn. You gain interest. Okay, this is the incentive of the bank, for you to keep as much money in there as possible. Lucifer is a genius when it comes to enticement. Okay, so you are being enticed into selfishness and greed. Okay? The more money you have in a bank account, the more money you make by the interest. You're gaining interest. The longer you keep that money in there and the more money you have in there, the more it grows. And so that's your mentality, people. But you need to understand that is the mark of the beast. Okay? For you have refused to show divine love. You've refused to walk in the eternal law of divine love and have compassion on your neighbor. Okay, have compassion on his servant. All right, relieve the suffering of his servant. All right, so understand, you gonna perish, and then you're gonna reap what you have been sowing. You're gonna reap that selfish heart. Okay, you have a selfish heart. Understand, you are going to suffer. You're going to be in want and need. of many things, and you're not going to be able to obtain it. For you have been able to have abundance, and you shut up your bowels of compassion. You refuse to show any mercy. You refuse to show any empathy. You refuse to have any kind of kindness in your heart whatsoever. Therefore, the Great Spirit is going to allow you to reap exactly what you have been sowing. All right? And you're going to be seeing us in splendor. But somehow, we're not going to be able to help you because the Father knows my heart. If at all possible, if I have abundance, I'll help anybody. I'll help anybody, regardless of how they have treated me. Well, okay, because I know what it's like to suffer. And I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. I know what it's like to go without wants and needs. So, I wouldn't inflict that upon anybody. I would make sure that, if at all possible, if it's in my power, I will help. But for some reason, I know in my spirit, I'm not going to be able to help you. Okay? Because it's going to be like the days of Noah, where when the doors of that ark was shut, the people that didn't make it into the ark, they seen that Noah and his family were safe. Okay? They seen it with their eyes as they were perishing. They beheld it. They beheld the security and the safety and the happiness of Noah and his family, spared from the destruction. The ones in the water being drowned, they beheld the ark as it was risen above the waters. They were beholding it. They were beholding it as they perished. And it's going to be the same this time, but on a bigger scale. So, just like the people perishing in the flood cried out to open the door of the ark, them doors were fast shut. Noah couldn't open them if he wanted to. All right? The Most High knows our heart. So therefore, he's allowing you people all of this time to use your free agency. Either to be evil, continue to be evil, or begin to show love so that you can come up under the umbrella of protection, so that you can board the ark of the covenant. You're all in the valley of decision, people. I've been hammering away at this message for a long time now. And it seemed to cause a lot of people to turn their backs on me. But I don't trust in the people. I trust in the Spirit. I trust in the one who sent me. I trust in the one who has me. My life is in the hands of my Maker. I give all honor and glory to my Maker, for I don't seek it for myself. Sinners shall cry out, beholding us, while we exist in splendor, and proceed forward to the days and periods prescribed to us. Because understand, we're the generation that it was spoken of would receive years added to our life. We're going to get years added to our life. We're going to get our health restored to us. All right? I live with arthritis really bad. But I know in my spirit that it's going to be healed. I know that He is going to return everything that has been stolen from me and my people, including locations within these lands that have healing springs. He's going to bring back all the things that the locust and the cankerworm had eaten up from us. I don't know how to spell that. It's just upon my spirit to see if I can find it or restore to you. This is the same prophecy, people. This is all connected. Joel 2:25. This is all connected. I gotta heat up my coffee, bruh. Restoration promised. All right, we're the generation that He promised to restore, because we're the generation that had the ears to hear Him. We're the generation that humbled ourselves to the leading of the Holy Spirit. We sought His face. We sought first the kingdom and His righteousness. We turned from our wicked ways, and we began to keep His eternal divine law. Okay, therefore he's hearing from heaven, and He's forgiving our sins, and He's healing our land. And this is also connected. I will repay you for the years eaten by the locust, the swarming locust, the young locust, the destroying locust, and a devouring locust, that great army that I allowed to come against you. We are going to have plenty to eat until we are satisfied. We're not going to want or need for anything ever again here very soon. And we will praise the name of the Most High, our power, who has worked wonders for us. Our people will never again be put to shame. All of this time we have been shamed. All of this time we have been humiliated, regarded as 3/5 of a human being. Find out exactly where that was at. 25. Alright. But I want to start up here a little bit more here. Not jealous, but zealous. Alright? He couldn't wait to deliver us. But we had to have the ears to hear Him first. We had to be obedient first. But the Most High been waiting to restore us. So this is going to be glorious. Then the Most High became zealous for His land, and He's going to spare His people. The Most High answered His people, "Behold, I will send you grain, new wine." We have the new wine. We have the fullness of the gospel. I have so many different records, okay? I have all of this, all right, that I've been bringing out. And the oil, the anointing, okay? And by them you will be satisfied. I love the spiritual gifts He's given unto me, okay? I will never again make you a reproach among the nations or allow you to become a reproach among the nations. How come so called black people, how come so called African Americans is like a reproach among the nations? But you want to think we're not the biblical people? How come our life is in these scriptures? The northern army I will drive away from you. See, all of the nations that was allowed to come over here and invade these lands by force, raping, robbing, and murdering and plundering and just trotting us down this whole damn time, not giving a damn about us. You're going to be driven away from us, banishing it to a barren and desolate land. The land that you're going to be gone to will not be able to produce any food. And the waters will dry up. Therefore, you're not going to have anything to drink. Its front ranks into the eastern sea, and its rear guard into the western sea. And its stench will rise, its foul odor will ascend. All of your wickedness, the wickedness of your forefathers, and all the things that's been going on today. All right? Because racism has not stopped. Okay? You guys have not stopped hating us. Let's keep it real. All right? And I'm talking about the majority. All right? Not individuals. Although you individuals that say you are not like this, prove it. Become a righteous am. Support the children of light who have been given our spiritual mission. Now it's time for you to take your stance. Now it's time for you to literally confess his name before men. Okay? Otherwise, you are going to be accounted right along with the wicked, because you are wicked. The only ones that's going to be righteous are the ones who take their place as a righteous am. All right? That's for those that have the abundance, that is. As for the nations that are impoverished, all right, if you're a nation that's impoverished, you're a European that's impoverished, no, you don't have to become no am to receive salvation. But nevertheless, you still need to humble yourself to this truth. You still need to admit that your forefathers inherited lies. Okay? You still need to cleave to the children of light. All right? Yeah. For he is about to do great things, people. So do not be afraid, O land. Rejoice and be glad, for the Most High is about to do great things. Do not be afraid, O beast of the field, for the open pastures have turned green. The trees bear their fruit. We've been awakened. All right? Yes, the fruit has begun to grow on the vine. The fig tree and the vine yield their best fruit. All right? It's on this channel. Just because people been spitting on it and pissing on it and acting as if it's irrelevant don't mean a damn thing. Because the proof is in the pudding. And those who do their due diligence on the channel will see that the proof is in the pudding. Be glad, O children of Zion, that be us, the indigenous people of this land. Not those who are calling themselves Native American, not those who are portrayed today as Native American, all right? They're government approved, okay? That's part of the Confederacy of Psalms 83 in order to hide the true people of this land, okay? And I proved it many times on this channel, people, all right? I proved it many, 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 many times on this channel. All right. Give me 1 second, right quick. Just gonna prove it really quick. This is a very old picture. Okay. This is not edited at all. Okay. That's a European. This is an indigenous American. Okay. Now, today he would be called a Negro or a Black American or an African American. But clearly, we are not African. Okay? We don't descend from Hamites. We don't descend from the seed of Ham. Okay? So, it don't matter what the hell you people want to think. Alright? Our records, they paper genocided us. Alright? They changed vital records from Indian to colored. Okay? On all vital records. Alright? But we are the indigenous Americans. Alright? And many Europeans already know this. Alright? So, understand. We are the children of Zion. Alright? And rejoice in the Most High, our power. For He has given us the autumn rains for our vindication. And He sends us showers, but autumn and spring rains as before. The threshing floors will be full of grain, and the vats will overflow with new wine and oil. I have an abundance. I have an abundance, bruh. Like it would be a long time before I run out of material because I already got a lot on my plate that I have to bring to you. All right? Let alone everything that's deep within my spirit. Okay? I will repay you for the years eaten by the locust, the swarming locust, the young locust, the destroying locust, and the devouring locust, my great army that I sent against you. We will have plenty to eat until we are satisfied. We will praise the name of the Most High, our power, who has worked wonders for us. His people will never again be put to shame. Then we will know that He is present in Israel with us, that He is our power, and there is no other. Okay? Yes. Our power is the Almighty. Alright? More powerful than the God of money. My people will never again be put to shame. Okay? Never again be put to shame. Alright? So, all you sinners, when this begin to happen, you're going to cry out, beholding us while we exist in splendor. It's going to be in righteousness. Alright? We ain't got to rape, rob, murder, and plunder in order to be dripped in lavished in, abundance. Okay? Let me show you how we were when you guys found us here. 1 second. I'll be forgetting what I be labeling these things, but here it is. Who we were before slavery. So look how we were. We were dripping in gold. All right? Your people destroyed us. Raped, robbed, murdered, and plundered everything from us. And you want to be mad at us that we're telling you that we're not who you've been telling us that we are. You want to label us as racist because we're telling you that this is who we are and what your forefathers have done. How the hell is that racist? No, what was racist is what you people did, what your forefathers did, and what you have been complacent with. That's racist. This is who we are, okay? So, yes, we're going to go back to this, and we're going to be existing in splendor. We're going to have the real riches, okay? Not only the physical riches, but the spiritual riches. That's what we'll be operating in. But we're going to be lavished with this. Yes, we are. It's going to be given to us. Yes, it is. I don't care if you want to think I'm crazy. This is biblical prophecy. It's going to be given to us by the righteous of the nations. All right? Here ends the vision of Enoch the prophet. May the benediction of his prayer and the gift of his appointed period be with his beloved. All right? Now, for you righteous Gentiles, you righteous nations, all right, read Isaiah 60, okay? Because you have the blessing bag of Lucifer, all right? That's what you need to understand, all right? We've been blessed by the Spirit, okay? So I got spiritual wealth in abundance, and I'm instructed to freely give it. All right? I'm to pour into you the oracles of the Spirit. And those of you who have the blessing bag of Lucifer in abundance, you are to fill me where I am lacking. Okay? This is what Isaiah 60 is talking about. The Gentiles are to bless Zion. Okay? The wealth of the Gentiles shall come to us from the righteous ones. Only the righteous ones. The wicked ones are going to make themselves known by how they shut up their bowels of compassion and turn their ear from hearing this truth by the way of the Spirit. The righteous are going to make themselves known for how they become a righteous am. This is the separation of the wheat and the tares. It's not going to be about what you confess out your mouth, nor about what you psych yourself out to believe in your heart. The proof is in the pudding, people. Okay? Now, you're going to help the righteous get up. Okay? You're going to help the children of light get up. All right? Those of you who are righteous. All right? Therefore, when the righteous are in authority, the people are going to rejoice. You are going to be blessed. We are the ones that were given by the Most High to be a blessing unto all nations. One second. We're the ones that's to be the blessing unto all nations. Oh, and here's another, hold on one second. And all of these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you if you obey the voice of the Most High, your power. Well, the children of light have been doing this. So this is all coinciding and connecting, people. Okay? And through your offspring, all the nations, all the nations of the earth will be blessed because we have obeyed his voice. Okay? And all of you nations who also obey his voice, it is you who will be blessed. Okay? We can't be a blessing unto you unless you are obedient. Okay? Now, also this connects to and he said, "It is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved of Israel, the remnant." Okay, I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the ends of the earth. Okay, now all of this is connected, people. It's all connected. Now you can deny it all you want, okay? Deny it all you want. All right? We already went over this. You want to keep trying to live the American dream? Go right ahead. What good will it be for you to gain the whole damn world, all the physical things that you can acquire in the world, please your flesh however much you can, but you are losing your soul? All right, how is that going to really profit you for eternity? It ain't going to profit you anything. It's only profiting you in the here and now. All right, but the here and now is about to pass away. Okay, already went over this. All right, he set apart him that is godly. All right, him of a pure heart, that do not have a heart after money and materialistic things. All right, he set us apart for his work. Okay, I've been set apart and chosen for his purpose. The universe tests how real we are by surrounding us with energies that are fake. All my life I wondered why in the hell I'm surrounded by people who detest me. Like my own damn people, my own damn family. Like why am I always mistreated? Why am I always misunderstood? Why does it seem like people deliberately misunderstand me or refuse to hear me? Refuse to see my point of view. I have been surrounded by people like this my whole damn life. And I wondered. So it says that the universe tests how real we are, but no. It's the wicked. Okay? It's the wicked that put us to the test. But the Great Spirit allows it to show forth who his true ones are. Okay? How real we are by surrounding us, allowing us to be surrounded with energies that are fake. When we are desperate, okay, so at one point in my life, okay, because I was forced into it, I had to work jobs. I had to get a job because my family was evilly entreating me, so I was forced into joining a workforce, okay? I was forced into going to school, all right? My parents raised me just like most parents, just like everybody. I was raised just like everybody else. Go to school, get good grades, get a job, all right? Money don't grow on trees. I was told that by my own damn family. Okay. So, I had to work jobs, all right? When we are desperate, we choose the fake energy. So, working jobs, I'm forced to utilize my time, energy, and effort into this fake ass system, okay? This false reality, all right? But even when I work the jobs, I'm around a whole bunch of fake energy. I didn't know it, but I wasn't liked amongst most of them either, okay? I was singled out. And just, bro, my whole life has been an experience, okay? Now that I look back and I reflect on my life, I'm like, wow. I'm amazed. I'm like, so this is why. Like, I get it now. Now it all makes sense. But when I was going through it, it didn't make no sense. It was like my brother Justice was saying. It don't make sense. So we choose the fake energy, working these damn jobs over the real one because of the short-term benefit we get out of it. All right? So I was receiving my paychecks, but I was living from paycheck to paycheck. So it was a short-term benefit. All right? That I got out of it. But in the long run, you are becoming a vibrational match to a reality, but I wasn't becoming a vibrational match. But actually, I was. I just wasn't becoming a vibrational match to the reality that they were forcing upon me. Instead, I was becoming, unbeknown to me, as I worked these jobs, I was becoming a vibrational match to the real reality. Okay? And it will irk me, but I did not have understanding. It will irk me that I was being forced to work these jobs. Okay? And I was questioning, how is this righteous? How is this loving? But I couldn't even form those questions in my mind. Okay? But I was so confused, all right? And now I understand that which I did not understand back then. Okay? I just knew that something was wrong back then. I knew I didn't like it. I knew that I was being oppressed, all right? But I just couldn't put my finger on what it was. I was being told that this is normal life and that I had to deal with it, all right? Now, I did not become a vibrational match to that reality. All right. My life prepared me for what I'm doing now. Okay. So I am authentic. It prepared me to be able to walk in authenticity despite the pushback, despite the hate and the ridicule and the rejection and all of these things that have come against me to try to break me. Okay? But many people, majority of people, they become a vibrational match to the false reality that we have been presented. Therefore, they themselves are no longer authentic. All right. When you're a child, you're authentic as a child. All right. But the more you grow up and your mind is being shaped by the mentality of this world's ideology and the many constructed belief systems, okay, the social constructed boxes, okay, males and females and black and white and Christian and religion and all of these different boxes and categories. All right, people take on these things, therefore they are no longer their authentic selves. They have become a replica of the reality that they have been presented. Therefore, they have become a carbon copy robot unbeknownst to themselves. Okay? Therefore, they hate anything that is different from them. All right? So here I come along with my authentic self, uncompromising to the ways of this world, Well, of course they feel some type of way about me. Okay? Because this forces them to take a look at their own lives. Okay? The ego always wants the shortcut. When all someone wants is money, see, that's the key. When all someone wants is money, they will end up doing anything for it, irrespective of whether it's good or bad for others. See? Now, here's where being set apart came into play for me. Because I was forced to need money. It wasn't the fact that I wanted money. Okay? That is the difference. That's a major difference, people. I was made to believe that I needed money. And I was made to need money. Okay? By the economic system. Alright? So therefore I was forced to have to earn it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I wanted money and that I was after money. Alright? When someone is after money, they will end up doing anything for it. But because I was set apart by the Father, alright? Like the Father knew in his foreknowledge that he was going to have me do this. Even though I didn't know, the Father knew. Okay? So therefore he had set me apart. And the type of heart that he gave me, apparently it came from him. I don't take credit for it. Alright? Because it's just something that I naturally had. Okay? Like, I can't explain why I never had a heart after money. But I can explain to you that I've had a life of hell, being evilly treated because I did not have a heart after money. I can explain to you how I have been called an irresponsible adult, because I did not have a heart after money. Okay? I can explain to you how I have been persecuted because I did not have a heart after money. Alright? So, that's because he has set me apart. Okay? And so I have to give credit where credit is due. He selected me. What can I say about that? Okay? Like, it is what it is. Alright? But I still had to be obedient. Just because the Father selected me doesn't mean that I ain't gotta obey him. Okay? How can he use me if I refuse to be obedient? Alright, but there was a reason why I had experienced all the hell that I've experienced in my life. And when he began to bring the clarity and the understanding to me of why my life was the way that it was, and that made sense to me, okay? Therefore, I was obedient, all right? And he was able to utilize me, all right? So, because he is utilizing me, I refuse to just do anything for money, okay? I'm not here for money, all right? I know now that money is a false god. Back then, I didn't know that, okay? I didn't know that back then, all right? But I know that now. So because I am aware of that now, I can't spend my time, energy, and effort earning that God because I don't serve that God. Okay? So therefore, I'm not gonna do what this world tells me I have to do, just so that I can get money, so that I can sustain my life. Okay? Because I know that it is bad. Okay? It is not good for anyone to have to do this. It's not good for anyone to have to pine after money. Okay? The economic system is not good for anybody. All right? It's only good for those who established it. It's only good for those who are able to benefit from it. All right? It's only good in their mentality. All right? But it's not good for the whole of all of humanity and all of creation. All right? Therefore, I have to stop. All right? It stops with me. Okay? That does not mean that I am lazy, people. Okay? So you got to change your mentality. Your higher self wants you to take the higher road. It requires you to be patient for the real opportunities. Okay, so my real opportunity was presented to me by the Great Spirit when the shifts dried up with my independent contracting gig. Okay, that was a real opportunity to do my purpose that I have been given. Um, every single servant, real servant of the Most High, have to prove themselves. We all have to walk by faith, not by sight. Okay? For how else would the Most High get the glory? So if I was still pining after money to support myself in what the Father is having me do, all right, then I'm doing it on my own. I'm the one doing it. But it's the Father that's doing this. I'm being obedient to Him. I am His servant. Therefore, it is His job to take care of me and supply my needs, to do what He has instructed for me to do. It is not on me to supply these things. Okay? So, I was presented a real opportunity to be obedient, to walk by faith and not by sight. All right, instead of falling for the fake ones, and falling for the fake one would have been to listen to my head and put down the work that I had an abundance of by way of the Spirit to go fill out job applications and go work for some corporation, for some company. Okay, I would have failed for the fake opportunity to go back into earning money. Okay? When you choose, your conscience should be pure. Now, if I had to put down the abundance of the work that I have been given by the Spirit and instructed not to leave what He had given me to go fill out job applications and earn money, if I had have been disobedient to what He was instructing of me, then my conscience would have not have been pure. If I had went to go fill out job applications because I was fearful, because I did not have the faith to really trust the Most High to sustain me, really trust that what He had given me was the truth, and that He is going to validate me. Okay. My conscience would have not have been pure. I would have been convicted in my conscience to go fill out job applications and begin to go back into earning money. All right, because I had already been given the validation by way of the Spirit, what is all about. Okay, I already was aware at that time that it was the mark of the beast, that the economy was dealing with the mark of the beast. Okay, so when you choose, your conscience should be pure. Well, guess what, people? My conscience was pure when being obedient to focus on what the Father had given me. Okay, and walk in my purpose by faith and not by sight. I do not feel guilty about that whatsoever. Okay? The universe bestows miracles. The eternal great power, the eternal spirit, whatever you want to call it, okay? That benevolent energy source of love, life, and all things good bestows miracles to those who always choose the authentic and real energy. Okay? I chose the authentic and real energy, even though it was a harder road. Okay? A much tougher road than going to go get a job. I mean, hell, that's normal. Everybody goes to get a job, okay? Everybody earn money, so they can sustain their life. All right, they don't have to suffer. Well, they might still have to suffer. Hell, even when I was earning money, even when I was working jobs, I still suffered. All right, I was living from paycheck to paycheck, people. All right, nevertheless, I feel much better, um, even with all the long suffering. I'm at much more peace. I have much more happiness, believe it or not. Okay, believe it or not, I am more at peace and way more happy, even with all the suffering, way more happy than I ever was working jobs, people. Okay, believe it or not. Okay, I love what the Father has given unto me. I love the spiritual gifts that He's given to me. All right, and those who want to set themselves in opposition to what I've been instructed to do by way of the Spirit, that's their choice. All right, but you need to understand that you are in a valley of decision, and depending on how you treat me, that's going to determine whether you are wheat or a tare, whether you are His sheep or you are a goat, whether you are righteous or you are wicked. Okay? Yes, it matters how you treat me, people. All right? So, on that note, I will be back to continue in the audio. Shalom.